Are you a fashionable person? Do you follow the current fashion trends? Well, here's 5 current fashion trends inspired by history. What's up, smarty people? It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. This is What Makes You Smarter. Fashion is a dynamic, ever-changing cultural phenomenon, often reflecting the cultural zeitgeist of the moment. But sometimes the latest trends are inspired by looking backward at the past. Pivotal moments in history have often influenced the way we think about self-expression and the clothing styles we choose to wear. From World War I fighter pilots to Irish fishermen, the historical events and figures that have shaped society have also shaped fashion through the years. Here are 5 contemporary fashion trends that connect the past and the present. These chic styles showcase the cyclical nature of fashion while reminding us, as William Faulkner said, the past is never dead. It's not even past. Let's start off with the trench coat. The trench coat got its name from the trench warfare of World War I, but the style itself evolved from the rubberized cotton outerwear worn almost a century earlier, known as Macks, M-A-C-K-S, after their inventor, Charles McIntosh. These garments were weatherproof, but smelly and prone to melting in the sun. The style evolved as designers created more breathable, waterproof fabrics, and by World War I, the trench coat was a staple of the British military officer's uniform. Over the past century, the utilitarian trench coat has morphed into a popular fashion piece, available in a variety of colors and fabrics for both men and women. The traditional trench coat falls to the knee or below, but in more recent years, a new trend has popped up: the cropped trench coat. Maintaining the look and structure of the classic, this new, shorter style can be worn fitted or oversized and layered over casual pieces. Now let's talk about the Grecian gown. From the blue velvet Dior gown that Jennifer Lawrence wore to the 2024 Golden Globes to delicate satin, organza, and lace Grecian-inspired wedding gowns, this elegant dress has been reinterpreted over the years, but it never goes out of fashion for long. The toga-like gown is inspired by classic Greek statues, but making clothing out of a single piece of draped fabric dates even further back to the ancient civilizations of Mesopotamia and Egypt. The classic Grecian gown is a single piece of gathered fabric cinched at the waist with bindings or ties. Today's versions are more complex and detailed, but they still reflect the timeless beauty associated with Greek goddesses. The Grecian gown has enjoyed popularity at various points over the centuries. Variations to the style adjusted to the hemline, waistline, and neckline to alter the silhouette while still involving the classic design. Ooh, I had one of these when I was younger, the bomber jacket. Another piece of outerwear that has its roots in World War I, the bomber jacket, or flight jacket, as it was originally known, was designed by the U.S. Army's Aviation Clothing Board. The original heavy-duty A2 leather flight jacket was brown or black leather with a zip front, snug cuffs and waists, and a high wraparound collar. Later incarnations included the G1 flight jacket, worn in World War II, which had a fur-lined collar and patches, and the MA1, a lighter jet-age version with a nylon shell and polyester lining. Despite their military origins, bomber jackets have enjoyed bursts of popularity among civilian populations over the years, thanks in part to films such as Rebel Without a Cause, Top Gun, and Drive, as well as the hip-hop movement of the late 1990s and early 2000s. More recently, Harper's Bazaar declared the oversized leather bomber jacket one of the hottest new trends in women's outerwear. Here's a fun one, the bucket hat. The bucket hat, so called because it resembles an inverted bucket, may not seem like it has much fashion significance, but stylists say this humble headgear makes a big style statement. Dating back to the early 20th century, the hat design was popular with Irish fishermen and farmers. In fact, it's also known as a fishing hat or a fisherman's hat, which you might have guessed if you ever watched Gilligan's Island. Back then, the hats were made of wool or tweed cloth, and the lanolin in the raw wool made them water resistant. They were durable hats for outdoor use, and their practicality appealed to militaries around the world, including the U.S. Army and Navy, which found them useful for sun protection as well as in the rain. Despite its modest, unadorned origins, the bucket hat has found widespread popularity in recent years as a must-have fashion accessory, spotted on celebrities such as Rihanna, Brad Pitt, Kate Hudson, and Missy Elliott. From casual canvas designs for beachgoers to designer hats by Prada, Gucci, and Dior in fabrics such as nylon, denim, tweed, shearling, and satin. The bucket hat has come a long way from its working class Irish roots. Here's one I wish would make a big comeback: the cape. Dating back to medieval Europe, the cape was a popular sleeveless outer garment for men and women for centuries. Simply styled capes and cloaks. A cloak is generally full length, while a cape is shorter. Were designed to fasten at the neck and cover the shoulders, protecting the wearer from the elements. Capes found their way into high-end fashion in Victorian-era England, featuring lace and trim embellishments and worn over full-skirted ball gowns. In the 1920s and 30s, designers paired capes in luxury fabrics with equally exquisite evening gowns for a modern take on old world glamour. Fashion houses such as Dior, Balenciaga, and Givenchy continued to embrace the stylish cape into the 1960s, and their designs were showcased by Hollywood stars such as Vivian Leigh, Marilyn Monroe, and Audrey Hepburn. As contemporary designers embraced the quiet luxury trend, the stylish cape is once again commanding attention on red carpets and runways, finding new fans for a generation who wasn't even alive during the cape's last fashion reign. The throwback garment now offers a fresh look that is as comfortable and cozy as it is chic. Those are some current fashion trends inspired by history. How many of them are you willing to sport? This has been What Makes You Smarter. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Stick around for more. Peace. I'm out of here.